right, and welcome to Good News Friday. Mike Simon is here. I'm Joey Yarber. Hey, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome in here. We thank you so much for spending some time with us as we try to seek out, to impart with you some of the good news that we hear. As there's so many people that are finding solutions to some of the challenges that they're working with day in and day out. And as it happens, they're allowing Simon Solutions to be part of that. And we're honored and thrilled by some of the conversations that we have. So Mike, as we highlight some of the conversations over the week, hey, I had a gentleman that's calling in. Now, this is potentially a very big work that we have here at Simon Solutions, to work from keeping track of clients that they're working with regarding barcode scanning, client ID card. And how effective would it be, let's say in an emergency crisis type scenario, that you're able to keep track of clients that you're working with? Perhaps you're focused in on providing assistance. Perhaps you're just making sure that they're able to enter into a certain area, or that they're there with the, of course, permission to be there, those kinds of aspects from a privacy perspective. But just being able to focus in on utilizing the ID card to get assistance and those kinds of things to expedite your processes. Working from that capacity, we can serve because we've come up with a barcode scanning feature that uses a barcode, right? But you can put that barcode on an ID. You can even do a picture ID to make sure you've got the right person there. And it really is potentially something that can serve on a lot of different areas. So we're very excited about some of the conversations that we're having here with this particular agency about what we might be able to do here in serving with their goals. Mike, exciting times as the barcode scanning capability is timely. We've got winter coming. There's a lot of different challenges from a food insecurity dynamic. So I think the barcode scanning feature will serve a lot of people.
Oh, and I like the fact that we can help the food banks even more now, especially when they get into their holiday distributions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And then you add on COVID-19, and they got to figure out how to do it differently than they did last year, and so and maybe the year before. So it's nice to know that we're trying to keep up with their needs. And the barcode scanning, along with the other things like the digital signature pads.
Yes.
And
Yes.
stuff like that, can really streamline your process so that you can, if you have long lines out there, and you don't want those people to be standing out there for hours and hours and hours, you want to streamline that process, and these tools can do that. And do you remember the lady that really introduced us to this? Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, Vanessa Franco Ruiz from San Diego. So Mike, it's just one of those things where I remember thinking to myself, well, I don't know if we have that, but man, that's a great idea, right? And she asked, as we were just inquiring about the capability of Oasis Insight, being able to work with the good folks there in San Diego, the food bank. And Vanessa, she says to me, hey, you know what would really be good is if you guys had like a barcode scanning feature that we could associate with the barcode, and that would really expedite our processes here for service, right? And outreach. And I said, wow, that's a great idea. So Mike, our development team went to work right away to get that barcode scanning feature, the capability of utilizing that to create ID cards. We're all about listening here at Simon Solutions. And that was a great idea from Vanessa. Wow. Now here we are almost 10 years later. And that whole process of being able to utilize the barcode, it continues to evolve. And we're now seeing a tremendous amount of use. This is applicable with a lot of different types of processes that people are talking about. But with the line, if you will, for food, turkey giveaways, these kinds of things for the holiday season, let's face it, it could get challenging there for our food pantry focused, food insecure partners. But we can really help there with the barcode scanning feature where we're able to get people in, but we were able to get them out in a respectful time and duration. So yeah, it's been a game changer for us, Mike. It really has. And big thanks to our friend there, Vanessa, for putting that in our heads. That's how we come up with a lot of stuff, right?
Yep.
It's amazing to me as to where innovation is we hear some of the unique challenges as where technology can go, you know, as to how we see our ways of working with agencies and being able to serve in those capacities. So barcode scanning feature where you can create, if you will, a code that's associated with a box of food. Perhaps it's a specific that you want to associate, a box of oranges, box of canned goods, those kinds of things. You can associate with the resource item, a barcode that we generate within our features there, Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight, but then being able to scan that code that automatically populates within a client's file. So you don't have to actually go search for the client and pull up their file and that kind of thing. This is now we're expediting the whole process. We're keeping track of information. That's not compromised, but let's do it in an expedient way, at least as best as we can. To get those that are in the line, get them served, and get them back out of the line. There is, of course, the winter months are coming. There's going to be challenges in all different types of levels, but people standing out in the cold, we don't want that. So, hey, we'd be happy to talk with you about this feature, all the various features within Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight. Very excited about some of the input that we're getting on some of these new features that we've rolled out last year. It's been about a year since we've had the new features of client broadcast. We're getting a lot of people talking about this, Mike, where they're able to communicate. Perhaps there's something you really need to let everyone know about, and you're able to do that with your clients. And the client broadcast feature is part of the pro level of a Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight. I'd be happy to talk with you about that. Client scheduling, hey, maximizing your time there within your agency. Let's face it, you're busy and time is of the utmost, right? You got to make sure you effectively manage that. This has been a game changer for a lot of our agencies. And the client kiosk feature, Mike, we continue to hear positives about this. Being able, with social distancing, the way that it continues to be, but being able to let the client fill out a lot of their own information, even request things from an agency. And they can do this in the comfort of their own home. But being able to work from that component has been awesome. We're hearing some great feedback there from our customers that are currently using the client kiosk feature, the pro level from Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight. The barcode scanning feature is part of our plus level, and we'd be happy to talk with you about that. Hey, give us a call if we can ever be of service. We'd love the opportunity to talk with you. And Mike, collectivecommunityimpact.com. I know you've got a lot of different stuff there to talk about.
No, I'm excited about that. We're now doing the training series on it that I think will have a global impact, where people want to know how, people, when we go and work with community stakeholders, it's never a question of why,
right?
It's a question of how to. And that's what this training series is all about. This is the how to. This is your Monday morning solution for collective community impact.
Mike, I think it's our responsibility, right, as to how that we see this here at Simon Solutions. We're not just going to share with you this incredible solution about how that you can effectively care there within your community, but we're going to give you a lot of our best practices that we've learned over the years of continuing to listen as to how that it could best be used. And we've learned a lot. I mean, the wealth of knowledge that between you and I that we've had over these last few years, we just want to share this with you and let you see what that looks like. That training series that's coming up here in just a few weeks. We're very excited about this as Mike and I are working on that. We'll keep you updated on that as it comes. But for Mike Simon, I'm Joey Yarber. Hey, thank you so much for allowing Simon Solutions to serve you with your important work. It means the world to us as you help others. We're honored to be part of that. Hey, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk with you next week.